Oh, so I saw something disturbing. I didn't want to watch it, and I didn't want to hear it. But it was very unsettling in my spirit. It was. And then I'm thinking, no, Gina, no. Good morning. You can't go down into that downward spiral. And then the words, don't let them break you, came to mind. Can you all hear me? And I'm sitting there thinking, if I'm affected this way, other people are bound to be affected too. When they hear certain things and they see certain things, or they experience certain things and they feel like their hands are tied. And in some instances, our hands are completely tied. Some things are way out of our control. Some things are way out of our control. And you've got to pick your battles, you all. You do. You've got to pick your battles. Know which ones that you can fight, that you can make a difference with, and then know the ones that you can't, that it's not for you. It may be for someone else, you all, but please, whatever you're going through in life, don't let them break you. Don't let the darkness break you. Don't let it. Don't let it cause you to go into a downward spiral, because we're living in very difficult times and we're going to be tested. We are. We're going to be tested. We're going to see things, and you're already seeing things. You're already hearing things. You're witnessing things that are happening all around, may even being happening in your life also, you all. Please don't let them break you. That's what I'm telling myself. Don't let them break me. Through the spiritual realm has literally, the spiritual realm is literally in this realm now. It's the things that you thought were unthinkable now have crossed over. It's like somebody literally took a knife and sliced through that veil, pulled the curtains back, and they let something in. That's what it feels like. They let something in, you all. Good morning. They broke you last night. That's okay. You gather your strength together. Pull yourself back together. Pull yourself back together. You're a warrior. You're a warrior. You don't give up. You don't. You pull yourself back together. You're stronger than you could ever imagine. You are. If you need to pray, pray. If you need to meditate, meditate. You're stronger than you realize you are. Don't let them break you, because at this point, anything and everything is game to them. There is no boundaries. There's no boundaries as far as that type of an enemy is concerned. It's open game. It's open season is what it's like. It's open season, and it's whoever and whatever they want to use against humanity. Whether you're young or old, it doesn't matter to them. It doesn't. Hello. You had a sonic boom from a meteorite last night that lit up the sky and shook the house, you all. Oh my goodness gracious. You think they let the Nephilim loose 100-fold. That's absolutely right. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Yeah, don't you all, please don't let them break you. I'm telling myself that too, Gina. Do not let them break you. Even though you may hear something and you may see something, you may have knowledge of something, don't let them break you. You all, this is just the tip of the iceberg. What's going on in the world, what you are experiencing, it's just the tip. Can you imagine what's beneath the iceberg? How massive that iceberg is beneath that tip. It's bigger, more massive than anyone could realize, you all. Look how beautiful it is out here. The leaves are practically gone. Oh, I think, oh, it's rain. I hear rain. I thought, are those the leaves? But I don't see no leaves, you all. Please don't let them break you. That was the word that came in my mind when I watched something. I wish I wouldn't. It was only 3 minutes. It wasn't really whatever, but it was unsettling for my spirit. It was unsettling to my spirit, and I didn't like it. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, why is this even being allowed to even be? Because I know that there's strict policies. You know, one thing I will say about YouTube. YouTube has community guidelines. There's certain things they allow, and then certain things they don't allow. But the mainstream news media, everything's allowed. All of this stuff, you all, it's all allowed. They can do what they want. But then right here, there's like standards and stuff like that. They really do want to create a safe environment. They do in certain instances. I'm glad they got the guidelines. I'm glad they got rules. I do like rules. And not too strict, but I do like rules. I like boundaries. I like to set my own boundaries, you all. I don't like to turn on that news, and I don't like to see certain subjects talked about. I'm thinking, you don't even need to speak it. You don't even need to speak it, because that's what they do, you all. They like to speak it, and once you speak it, people hear it, and it gets ingrained in them, and I'm not going to talk about it. That's right. Harp and CERN, that they're doing a test right now, both of them all together. We're under something, and what if we're in a matrix? What if we're in a matrix? You know, look at these video games. They got the video games when you can do whatever you want. Whatever your heart desires and whatever you want to imagine that you can do in a video game. They got video games where you can do the unspeakable. Why? 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 See, that's a big playground right there. That's the virtual world. The unspeakable, you can do anything and everything. And you know what? What happens if you go do that unspeakable thing like there, and then somehow you forget what reality, you forget about the difference between reality and the real world. But then if society falls apart, what if these people who have these desires within them in these video games to do that, then society falls apart, and then they decide, well, worked in the video game, I think I'm going to do it now. Because there are some who will not. They won't care anymore. They'll think it's all a game. But it's not, you all. It's not. I don't have nothing against video games, but I saw something like that last night. I seen like an advertisement or something. I don't know where I seen it. Do whatever you want in this video game. You can do whatever you want. Could you imagine your small children playing video games like that without you knowing? Could you imagine that? That would not be very nice. It wouldn't, you all. At all. But don't let them break you. I'm not going to let them break me. It may shake my spirit and make me feel very unsettled in my spirit. But then when it does, that's alarm bells going off inside of me. My spiritual alarm bells are reminding me, Gina, honey, this is the world we live in. It's not going to get any better. It slowly has deteriorated, you all. It has. It's slowly deteriorated since I was young, and now that I'm old, it has. Now, not all of the world has, but some of the world has, you all. Some of the things have deteriorated to a point that the unspeakable is happening. And it's not just on an individual basis. It's not on our individual level. It's worldwide. And it goes from the bottom up. Hello. Hello, you all. We need a moderator on here? Thank you, Angelo. Because no, I don't got no moderators on here. Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on this comment. I think they're trying to distract. But you all, don't let them break you no matter what happens in your life. If you feel like giving up and you feel like there's no hope, please don't. There's always hope. And it's inside of here. You just got to look. And it's all around. Just think, when you start to lose hope, you all, you've got us. Even though you may not be able to see us face to face, we think alike, we feel alike, we have the same type of spirits more or less within us. We do. Like minds are gathered together, you all, through the spiritual realm. You're not alone in your battles. You're not alone in your struggles. Don't let the enemy tell you that, no matter what happens. Don't go into the downward spiral. Don't say, woe is me. What am I going to do now? I've cried before. I have fell on my face and I have laid my whole body on the floor and I just cried my heart out before. I thought that's the end of the world. That's what I thought, but it wasn't. You know why? I heard that still small voice. Pick yourself back up, Gina. And I went deep within my being and I meditated and I prayed. That's what happened. Meditated and I prayed. And it wasn't lost. All was not lost. I was just being put back together a lot better than I was, you all. Sometimes the old parts of us have to die within. They have to go away. We have to get broken in order to be put back together. Because you know what? You can't, how can you really grow if there's parts of you that are hindering your growth on the inside and creating a stumbling block for you in life, physically in life, to go forward? Something's got to give, you all. It does. Just because that day I can look back laying down on the floor crying my eyes out, what's going to happen? Well, it wasn't the end of the world. It was the beginning. It was a new beginning. And you may have several of those in your life where you think this is it. There's no way going forward, no matter what it was. It could be your job. It could be your family. It could be your friends. It could be anything. You think there's no way going forward, but there is a way. There's a way going forward as long as you don't give up. You all hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to hit it. Oh, it don't work for me, you all. It don't. There is a way going forward, you all. Don't let them break you. That's the whole message. Don't give in to sadness and sorrow and despair. Just because the storm clouds are gathered all around and the rain is falling on you and you feel drenched in you're crying puddles of tears. I've cried them too, you all. I have. I've cried puddles of tears and I've stained the floor. It's okay. You just keep going. You do. You keep going. Why? Because you're a warrior. You're a child of God. You don't give up. You're guarded. Your heart is guarded with love. You're grounded in love. Okay? You're grounded on the inside of here with love. You're not alone. You have spiritual forces all around you. You have angels around you who will minister to you. You do. You have friends. You have family. Sometimes you have family that are closer than your real family. You have spiritual families and people who are not even related. You know, we've got to pull together, you all. We do. We've got to pull together, band together, stand together, and believe together that we're going to make it no matter what comes our way, no matter if it's extremely difficult, and no matter if we find ourselves laying face down on that floor again, crying our eyes out. It's okay. We're going to make it, you all. I hear helicopters. They're coming from over there. I can hear it through the rain. I don't know if they've already came by here or not. That's right, you all. Don't give up. Even though you may find yourself crying and crying, and your heart is literally broken in two because it happens. I can hear them coming, you all. I can hear them coming. I can't see them, but I can hear them. They're coming from over there. They're going slow. I'll flip it around when I see them, you all. If they're coming over those trees, I want to stay on here long enough to get them. Sometimes they just travel behind the trees. I'm trying to see if I can hear them. I got distracted with the helicopters, you all, but don't give up. I can hear them back there in the woods. And that is a path that they take. They will fly over this area right here. Don't give up. Good morning. You all, whatever you do, please don't give up. I'm in Indiana. Yeah, I'm in Indiana. Don't give up. If you're sad, if you're crying, and you think you're not loved, you think you're all alone, you're not alone. Okay, you're not. Sometimes I think that too. I used to think that. I used to think that no one understood me. Nobody at all understood me, and sometimes I was right. But I realized once I branched out, there's a lot of other people just like me who may be feeling the same way, that no one understands them, but I understand you, I do. If you're that person, that's right. Is there a solar eclipse? Well, we won't see it because you want to know why? It's going to rain all day long, I think. I think the helicopters must be way over there behind those trees, because I can't see them. Sometimes we have police helicopters. Ray Tor, thank you. Sometimes we have police helicopters and or choppers that like to, I don't know, look at the roads, highways and stuff. You're very welcome. You all, you're not alone. And what's important to know that, it's important to know that you're not alone. Even though you may be in an apartment or you're only looking at your own four walls and you don't have no friends. A lot of people don't have friends, okay? And if they do, it might be one or two. There's a lot of people who have a lot of friends, but I bet if they had some to count on, they wouldn't have very many. I bet they could count them all on one hand. Okay, you can have a lot of friends, but yet feel so alone. You really could. But that's okay, you all. We can do it. It's very important for me to stay focused. It is. It's to stay focused on this YouTube channel and quit getting myself distracted and going down in a downward spiral. That's okay. It can have that leaf, a downward spiral, because we need to be able to connect with one another. We do. We need to come on here to know that, you know, whatever's going on in our world, we have an online community to where we can come on. You can see me, I can see your comments, you can read each other's comments, you can talk back and forth, and you can even talk back and forth, I guess, after the videos are ended, you all. It's very important that we stay connected while we can, because we're not guaranteed, I'm not guaranteed this platform forever, I'm not. I'll be on here as long as I'm supposed to. I will. I guess the helicopters went somewhere else. I can't hear them anymore. That's right, you all. And just think. Sometimes, a lot of people on here, you have friends on here that you're used to seeing from all over the world. Isn't that great? If it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't be seeing you all because I keep to myself. I really do. I keep to myself, and I have only a handful of friends, maybe one or two really close friends, and that's it. That's right. Lord Cazola depends solely on God. Well, and God does put people in our lives, okay? There are people in our lives that cross our path, some for a moment and some for a season. Some stay on our path forever, and they may come and cross our path or come on our path at certain periods in our life. There are people who are God-sent. They are. I believe everything happens for a reason. There, there are some people who, if God does not physically tell them something or send something their way when they ask for help, if it does not come in the way they think it's going to come, they totally reject it. That's wrong. But then that's between you and God. If you expect God to help you and then God sends help and it didn't come in the form or the way that you thought and you reject it, then I guess you won't get your help. That's right, you all. Gabrielle, you're very welcome. I need to stay positive. I do. I need to stay encouraging. That's not to say that I'm not going to talk about different subjects, but this right here this is very important. It's very important to keep encouraging people, to keep pressing on and to not give up. That's very important, and I know it. I've just got to get back in the mode of doing that because it is a great part of me, you all. Even when I worked, that's what I was at work too. A very encouraging to those who needed encouragement, who would listen. I would encourage. That's right. So I can do it. I better do it. I will do it, you all. I will. Because nobody wants to go it alone. With the world changing, you don't. I still hear that in the distance, you. I do. You're writing your name down on my prayer list. Susan, you're writing somebody's name down on your prayer list. That's wonderful. There are people who do make prayer lists, or that's my neighbor down there. I have a neighbor down there, I think, and I'm hearing a helicopter. He's down there on his tractor going through the woods. Okay, yeah, that's what it was, because it was echoing. It better be him, and it better not be something else. That's right, you all. Yeah, there are people who write people's names down on a prayer list, and they pray. There are prayer warriors, you all. Or if somebody's name enters your mind, or you start thinking about somebody, there's a reason they enter your mind. Okay, there is. And if you're a praying person, you can pray or send positive thoughts, or pick up the phone and call them if you can, or something like that. Austin, Texas. Sandy, thank you. If you're fed up with everyday life, then change it just a little bit at a time. That's right, Nature Spirit. You can do that. You prayed and your phone lit up and cabinet door opened by itself and a cross fell on the floor. Wow. That's interesting. We just need to stop making this thing racial. That's exactly right. There ain't nothing about it. It's exactly right, you all. We've got to come together. We cannot let them divide us, breaking us. And if you can break somebody, you can divide somebody. You really can. We can't be having it at all. No. So I've got to come on here, you all, every day. And I've got to encourage you not to give up. I've got to encourage myself not to give up. When I see you all on here, it encourages me also. It does. Yes. Jumpstart your day. We are here. You died so many times, you just get up. Well, that's for some people, yeah, I think they do. You just woke up and you don't feel well. Well, I hope you're feeling well. I know a lot of people aren't feeling too well either. You know, my knees were kind of still hurting. My knees still hurt a little bit, you all, but not like they did. But I got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. You got to keep living, you all. You got to keep living, okay? If there's things that you've been wanting to do, do it. Don't put it off. Don't. Um, well, that's great if you can get some new body parts. I know at Starbucks, that's what I'm talking about, that too. It is difficult. It really is very difficult because you are, at times, there's nothing you can do but be there, you know, and pray. That's it. And that's very difficult if you're a parent, you have children, even if they're grown and all of that kind of stuff, or friends and family members. It's difficult to, you know, have knowledge of what they're going through, and then your hands are tied, more or less. Um, a little bit of exercise, a little, the day our feet hit the floor in the morning, we have air in our lungs and we're here for a reason, absolutely. Um, oh no, I mean, I don't have nothing wrong. I don't have, they're not hurting right now. If I do things that require me to get down on my knees, like on the, in the rocks or something, I'm going to put knee pads on. I did have a job where one time I worked for Amazon as a stower for a whole year. I think I lost around 15 pounds. That is a difficult job. I like to see how fast I could go putting the shoes away at Amazon. When they brought those big pallets of shoes, I was so fast, you all. Just take that thing and bing, 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 bing. I loved it. I loved working at Amazon. But you work 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. That's your life. I met people from all walks of life. I did. And from different countries. That's what I really loved. I met people from different countries, and even though they could not speak my language, we spoke to each other with a smile on our face. That's what we did. So it was great. It was. Good afternoon. Yeah, Aurora Rain. You don't know how you made it this far. You're a warrior. You are. You're being protected and you're being watched over. That's right. Hello, everyone. If you're just tuning in, don't let them break you. I listened to something and I'm thinking, why is that even allowed? Because it kind of disturbed my spirit and I didn't like it. And I was saying, you know, I'm glad they got at least some boundaries here on the YouTube, things you can talk about that really nobody should be talking about, because it's very not nice at all. It's kind of inappropriate. So I like that, but the mainstream news and anything and everything goes with that. And I don't like that. I don't. Yeah. Aiden K., your attitude to life is infectious. Lovely, Gina. Thank you. I think they would say people might like me and others, probably like you and a lot of people on here, they think that we've done lost it. That's right. But that's okay, you all. If we have to lose something in order to truly look at life a different way and live it to the fullest, so be it, right? If it brings out the best in us, if it helps us to grow, absolutely. Yeah. That's right. That is so right. I can clasto knobs. That's right. They don't like happy people. That's right. Cindy, thank you. Yeah. You're an actual queen. Thank you for being you. Thank you. I think we all are queens and kings and all of that. You all, please don't let them break you. I'm not going to let them break me. I haven't break me to where I can't get back up. I may experience things that are very unsettling for my spirit, and I do, just like you. It makes your spirit hurt on the inside when you see certain things going on, and when you know certain things, your spirit hurts and it cries out. It does. Because you don't like to see what's going on or hear what's going on. And it's normal for people, if you're spiritually inclined, to have that type of reaction or emotions when you see things and you sense things. It's okay. We're strong enough to make it We're going to make it, you all. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Good day. Every day is a battle when we are in pain. Yes, that's right, Jeffrey. Or Kelly. I thought it was Jeffrey this time, but no, Kelly. That's exactly right. Having a positive attitude, as you do, helps us all. It is good. I don't want to be a negative person. I don't, because it doesn't do me no good, and I can't get nothing done if I'm negative. I've got to talk myself up. I've got to motivate myself at times to keep going. I do. It's all right. It is. It's fine. Your husband refers to you as a queen. Rudy, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Yeah, that's great. That's right. Whoo. That's right, MK. Thank you. I made it through another year, you all. Another year on this earth. And they say that time really doesn't exist. But as long as we're on this earth, there is a such thing as time. There is. All righty. You all, I am going to go. I just wanted to get on here because I had something that was unsettling to my spirit. And I'm thinking, no, you're not going to break me. Even though it's going on in the world, you're not going to break me, because you're not going to have me focus on that. And I'm not going to go into a downward spiral, focus on everything that is wrong with the world or all the negative that's going on in the world. I'm not going to let it literally sink in within me and embed and grow its roots in me. Y'all, I'm not. I can have knowledge of it and I can feel whatever for an instant, but I'm not going to let it stay in me. I'm not. I'm going to keep moving on is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to flip it. I'm going to flip around the emotion. The reaction that I had is it made my heart sink within me. It made me sad. But I'm going to pull it back out. I pulled the sadness back out, you all. Pulled it back out and throwed it away with the wind. Throw that sadness away with the wind, you all. You can. The wind, I assure you, the wind will certainly carry away that sadness if you throw it away. It will. Throw it straight away. You don't need it. That's right. We are more than conquerors, you all. We got this. That's right. So I'm going to go, you all. Don't let them break you. You stand strong. And don't let nothing, no bitter root, no nothing take root within you. Because you got a road that you need to travel on. Your journey's not over. You got things to do. I've got things to do. And we don't know exactly what all we're going to do down this road, but we got to stay strong and we got to stay positive. So with that being said, thank you. And hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Oopsie. Gina. Hello from my heart to yours, you all. I'm trying to do one of those official bows. That's strange, you all. That's okay. That's quite all right. I'm going to go, you all. Love you.